night, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Hello and welcome to the stream. Hope we're all doing well today. Welcome, welcome. Mariner, welcome, brother. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well, man. Welcome. All right, let's do this thing. Let's get underway here. I've been looking forward to doing this flight all day. So, yeah, let's get right into it. So today we're going to be flying from Johannesburg to... Oh, I've already forgotten where we're going. We're going to Walvis Bay in Namibia. So we're going to be flying over the Namibian desert, or at least part of it anyway, the northernmost area. And yeah, it should be pretty cool. We've hardly done any flying in Africa or South Africa. So yeah, it should be a lot of fun, and I am looking forward to this very much. Should be pretty cool. We're going to be flying in the CRJ700. This is based on a real flight flown by South African Express in their CRJ700, and yeah, I'm not sure whether it's a flight they still do, but it's certainly a flight that they did do. So we are gonna get on with it. So let's get that jetway, super long extendable jetway going on, and we're gonna set up self-loading cargo as well. We're gonna be using that today. I don't think we've got a South African sound pack. We'll go with the default cabin equipment. I don't think they have movie screens in the CRJ. So yeah, let's just go with Wi-Fi, and then we are gonna go for a start time of about 15:15 Zulu time, and we'll click start flight. That's not connected very well, has it? Okay, looks like you guys are jumping to get on. Cross, welcome to the chat, brother. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Good evening, Mariner. Yeah, it's good. I mean, the jetways, they don't fully connect. It's not that neat. They don't, like, the hood doesn't come over the plane for some reason, but yeah. I mean, this one's kind of half worked, so we're going to go with it anyway. We need to have the jetway connected for self-loading cargo to realize, so I'm going to actually set that to half past because I'll end up waffling on. All right, let's see then. So hopefully this is recognized that the door's connected, so we'll come back to that in a moment. But first of all, welcome back to the CRJ. It's been a little while since we used it on stream, and yeah, we've got this really cool retexture of the cockpit going on, which is it's looking a bit rough and ready. All sorts of wear and tear going on in here. You've got this little sticker on there. The checklist has disappeared. But yeah, all this wear and tear going on, and the throttles and stuff. This center panel just looks so fucked up, basically. But yeah, it looks very nice. The guy who did a lot of the textures on the A32NX mod actually did this texturing, and it's available on the Aerosoft forums if you want to get this. So it's yeah, it's very cool. Apparently, he based it on a real CRJ, the textures. So yeah. Pretty cool. They've even gone in and done stuff like all the way back here and stuff that you would never see. Like, you've got all these little scuffs and marks, stuff you would never see, but he's just gone to town with it. And even in the back as well, like all up this doorway, it's all scratched up, and down here. Very good. All right, so let's get things started up anyway. So just turn down the music a little bit. Now then, can I hear the game? I don't think I can. I think you guys can hear the game. Hang on, let me just check something. Oh no, I can hear it. It's just very quiet at the moment. Fair enough. Okay. Yeah, Mariner, highly recommend it. Yeah, I will. Well, I can't. I'll get the link when we're maybe in the cruise if you don't know where to look. But if you have a look on the Aerosoft forums, go into the livery section. It's on there. So yeah, very cool. Very cool. All right, so let's get things started up. So thrust levers are in the shut-off position. Flaps are 0, so that's looking good. Gear lever is down. Nose wheel steering is off. And wipers are off. Everything else is in the correct position, so we are good to go ahead and get this thing started up. So before we do that, let's go on to the EFB. Let's get our door open and we'll get the guardrails down because we've sort of got a jetway going on there. So we're going to go with that. We'll also open the forward cargo door and let's turn up the cabin lights as well. Get the ground power cart connected and let's go ahead and turn on the battery. Great stuff. We've got passengers at the gate, so that worked. Self-loading cargo has recognised that the door is open, so that's good stuff. We'll turn the AC power on, so from the external power. Get the nav light and the logo light on as well. No smoking signs on. And we're going to leave everything else as it is for now. We'll just get a bit of loading done first of all. So let's just turn the IRS to the nav position as well, just so we've got that lining whilst we're waiting here. And we'll also go pause in it and set our position in there as well. Oh, I've got that the wrong way around. It's Foxtrot Alpha Oscar Romeo here at Johannesburg. So we'll set that, and that's going to allow our IRS to then align. Alright, so let's get the loading done. So today we are going to have, they fixed the zero fuel weight section on here, so that's very handy. So zero fuel weight is 26392. So we'll enter that in and set payload in simulator. We'll press that twice. Trim of 7.4. That's probably going to change though. And then we shall jump over to the fuel loading panel and we'll get some fuel on board. So block fuel is going to be 5863. Plenty of fuel for this trip. Some liveries coming with custom interiors. Yeah, I think I've seen a few. You mean sort of in the back as well, in the cabin? $5863. See how close we can get it. Come on, I keep seeing 5865 pop up. Come on. 5875, that'll do. Alright, let's start the fuel loading. So fuel should now be coming on board. Great stuff. And let's just verify that down here. All good to go. Let's get some lighting on in here. We'll turn the displays up because it's very bright here at the moment in Johannesburg. Don't want the floodlights on necessarily. And then we'll go down here and turn the integral lights on here, as well as making sure the displays are on full. And the FMS brightness is just here. We'll turn that up as well. And on this side. It's funny in here, the way they've done the knobs for the brightness. So you'll probably notice that each display actually has a brightness knob up here. But these ones don't work for whatever reasons. These ones are controlled by this knob at the side, as well as the middle ones are controlled by this knob here. And then, oh, I don't know what these ones are controlled by, actually. I don't know. I can't even tell those changing. I think it's that knob, but it's just a very, very small change. Okay. Cool. So we've got the fuel loading on board now. Let's just set up the radios properly. So, Mariner, this is what I was talking about last night. I don't know if you... I probably explained it really badly, but you see here how in the default position, so you've got the VHF1 little volume knob. It's being pushed down, so it's like sticking out. So I believe in real life you would actually push this button down when it's in this position, and it will pop out like that. And so it's all these three are popped out. So on this radio here, it's popped out. This one and this one. So if you want to try and listen to, if I bring up VATSIM. You see how COM1 is the active frequency at the moment. You can pop out VHF2 and you can listen to COM2 but not transmit on it. But if you pop in number 1, it still stays with both of them active. So what you have to do is, because these two are up by default. I never noticed that before. I don't know if you did, but You just put them down like that, so they're not conflicting, and then you can work both different frequencies individually. So I can now transmit and receive on COM2, and then I can pop that up, and then see I can listen to COM1 now, and then I can pop that down and transmit and receive on COM1, and then pop it back up, and then listen on COM2 and transmit and receive on COM1. So that's pretty cool. We've got a ground controller on here at Johannesburg as well, which I didn't expect, so that's pretty cool. So let's get that tuned up real quick. No ATIS though, no ATIS. So we'll just have to go ahead and speak to him without the ATIS. Okay, so we've got the fuel loading up, and yeah, we'll get our clearance before we go any further. So, where are we going? We're going to Walvis Bay. Okay, great stuff. What gate are we at? That's a good question. We're at the International Pier. I think we're at Alpha 1. Yes, we are, yeah. Okay, Alpha 1. Okay, we don't have an ATIS, like I say, so I can't really say that on the clearance. But we're going to go ahead and get the clearance. So, Johannesburg ground, radio check. Call sign is Expressways 1701. Huh. I don't know if you guys heard him respond. I only asked for a radio check.
The Expressway is 1701, did you copy my last?
Negative.
The Expressway is 1701, I read you 5 by 5.
Okay, great stuff, thank you. So, Expressway is 1701, good afternoon, I hope you're doing well. Requesting IFR clearance to... Expressing IFR clearance to Walvis Bay, stand Alpha 1's type CRJ7.
Expressway 1701, Roger, you are cleared to Walvis Bay as filed. Departing runway 03 left, comply, Vasu 3 Alpha, squawk 4016.
Cleared to Walvis Bay 03 left, Vassar 3 Alpha, squawk 4016, Expressway 1701.
Expressway 1701, readback is correct. Report and ready for push and start, and not QNH 1025.
Report and ready, QNH 1025, Expressways 1701. Alright, great stuff. Cool, so it gives us a QNH, which is brilliant. 1024 is in sim, so we're going to use that. And our squawk is 4016. So let's get that set. Pretty cool. I've never done any VATSIM in South Africa before. Quite cool. Sounds like this guy's from South Africa as well. Love it. All right, cool. So we've got our clearance now. Let's start getting things set up here in the cockpit. So first of all, we'll I'm just going to flick this on to plan mode. And let's jump overheads, make sure everything is good up here. So all the generators are in auto. We'll do a FireX monitor test. Click this down, and fire assist okay, just flashed up there, that's fine. These two are guarded, that's fine. Nav logo lights are on. Fuel boost pumps can stay off for now. Bleed air normal. Isolation valve, we're going to have that open. I Isolation valve doesn't actually do anything if you have it in the open position, unless there's any need for it. So you just kind of have it open just in case, because everything is on. This bleed valves is on auto, and the bleed source is on both engines. So the isolation valve would only open in the event that one of the other bleed sources fails, to my understandings. But I believe it's normal procedure just to have it open anyway. APU is off, that's fine. Hydraulics, we can go ahead and turn to the... we'll do a quick test, why not? So hydraulic page, we'll bring that up, and I'm just going to pop that out like so. We'll turn all hydraulic pumps on. All systems are powered, and then we will just flick these to auto, and they should all drain out, which they have, and then we put 3 on, and then it should fill up on number 3 in the middle, so that is good to go. Cabin pressure we can set to our current airport, just in case of a if we have to return after taking off, and the elevation here in Johannesburg is 5,558, so let's get that scrolled in. Never noticed the third radio. Yeah, dude, I never noticed it either, to be honest. I never noticed those switches were actually popped out like that. Leon, good evening, brother. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Yeah, it's been a while, mate. Good to see you, man. Yeah, I'm doing very well. I hope you are as well. All right, so 5,558. So let's go 5,560. So that's the cabin pressure done. Man alt goes in hold position. Manual rate full decrease. These two are fine off. We'll turn the packs to on. They're not going to do anything until we get any bleed air. Recirculation fine on as well. Again, not going to do anything until we get any bleed air. And these temperatures we'll just turn down a bit. It's quite nice and warm here in South Africa. These are fine in this position. Windshield heat can come to low. Probes off. Dome light off, and the standby compass light, we'll turn that on, and then we'll just turn the overhead integral lighting on, and then emergency lights, we can do a quick test on that as well. So popping out this display once again, we shall turn the emergency lights on. You see emergency lights on, and then off, disappears. That's what we wanted. And then arm, they shouldn't show up there either. All right, cool. Great stuff. So seatbelts are off. Let's see how the fuel's coming along. Fuel has loaded now, so we shall go ahead and turn that off. We'll jump over back to the overhead display here, and we'll turn seatbelt signs on because fuel has been loaded on to the aircraft. ELT is armed. Landing lights and taxi lights are off for now. Everything down here is set as I like it. QNH is set. We'll do a radio altimeter test. 50 feet showing and RA test showing there. That's a good test. Cockpit voice recorder test. We can hold this down for 5 seconds. The green light should show. There we go. Beautiful stuff. All right. So zooming back out. We'll clear that and clear that. Everything's good here. We'll do a quick stall warning test. Stick shaker is working on both sides, and you can hear the shaker as well as the lights and warnings coming up. Then we can do a oral warning test.
Glide slope.
We'll let that run.
Pull up. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear.
All right, and whilst that's running,
Terrain.
we shall zoom in down
Terrain.
here, and we'll just check our radio
Pull
panel.
up. Terrain. Pull up.
So
Don't
for our
sink.
departure, it is
Don't sink.
mostly
Too
RNAV,
low.
I believe.
Terrain.
We're taking off
Too
runway
low.
03
Gear.
left.
Too low. Flaps. Too low. Terrain. Glide slope. Bank angle. Bank angle.
All right, so we're going
Minimums.
to tune the
1,000.
Johannesburg VOR, which should
500.
already be tuned, which it is. We'll use
400.
DME hold, and
300.
that's all we really need to do.
200.
We can also just go into radio and go on a manual so it doesn't automatically tune something else.
10.
We'll tune the Lanceria VOR as well on 117.4.
Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain.
I can go in there as well.
Terrain, terrain. Pull up.
Alright, and we'll do a departure briefing once we get underway.
Caution, obstacle.
So that's all set. We could do a TCAS test when that's done. Radar is off, that's fine. Transponder is in standby. We'll turn the standby radio on. Stab trim on as well as Mac trim. We can turn the yaw damper on as well because the IRS net is now aligned. Everything else is good. HGS we shall leave as it is for now. We'll come a little bit back here and just do a quick test on the ADG, which is working, and the emergency flaps should be in the normal position, and these two should be fully stowed, which is good. Okay, cool. Let's do a quick TCAS test. So we'll run the test here and jump over here, and we should see the traffic test popping up here, as well as on this screen.
TCAS system test okay.
And there we go. Adam, good evening. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay, cool. And then TCAS test is done. Let's do a quick anti-skid test. That's working. You hear the bing, anti-skid, inbound and outbound. Sorry, inboard and outboard appearing there. We'll put that back to armed, so that's fine. Main landing gear bay overheat test.
Overheat.
That's working okay. And then overheat test, getting the relevant warnings. Everything's looking good. Lamp test we could do, just turning on all the lamps in the cockpit. Everything looking good there. Oh, it's very rare you see that. I don't do that very often, but very cool. Even these are all modelled. Brilliant. And then you can look at the autopilot panel. You see the lights on the left-hand side are illuminated. Then we can switch this to number 2. And the right-hand side is then illuminated. Turn the lamp test off, and that is all okay. That's in bright. That's fine. Engine sync is in N1. All these switches are off and guarded. These are 2 stowed as well. Ground lift dumping is in auto. And we are pretty much good to go with the cockpit, what's it called now? The originating check. So before we finalize our FMS, let's just jump over here and finalize our loading. So we'll init fuel from aircraft now that we've loaded that in. That's then going to give us a trim of 7.2. We'll set our V speeds and copy perf data to FMS. And then we shall jump to the FMS. All right. So we are going from Foxtrot Alpha Oscar Romeo. We're going to Foxtrot Yankee Whiskey Bravo. I'm going to tell the crew to start boarding now because the passengers are getting impatient, even though we've still got 23 minutes to depart. So let's stick that in. Originating runway is going to be 3 left. That's the wrong field. 3 left.
Okay, great. We're almost done.
Sorry, as you need to put 03 left. Alternate is going to be Foxtrot Yankee Whiskey Hotel. And our flight number is going to be Echo X-Ray Yankee 1701. All right. Great stuff. Let's just go to our perf init, and for some reason that doesn't fill out when you're not on this page already. So let's copy that across. That's looking good. Cruise alt is flight level 360, quite high for a CRJ. So we'll see how that goes. And our alternate cruising flight level is 250. Go away, Windows. Thank you. 0 fuel weight 26289. which is just about right. So we're going to go with it, and that's looking good. So let's execute. And we'll fill out the rest once we've done our flight plan. So we'll go to departures and arrivals. We're going to be 03 left on the VASA 3 Alpha departure. Let's execute that. Go back to our flight plan, and we can plug that in. So it's actually quite a short flight plan, even though we are going a relatively decent distance. So we're going from VASA via Uniform Quebec 24. One sec, guys, one sec. I don't know if you guys can hear that beeping in the background, but my my battery backup is beeping for my PC. I'm not sure why, and I don't want to risk pressing any buttons because it'll turn my PC off. So I am just gonna let it do that for a bit. Hopefully it'll go off. Hopefully you guys can't hear it too much. Let me know if you can. All right, so we're going from Uniform. We're going from VASA via Uniform Quebec 4 to Etosa, and then we're going direct to Golf Bravo Victor, and then we are going via Uniform November 183 to Uvara, which is our final waypoint. So then Uvara, like so. And we'll execute, and we'll stick in our arrivals as well, so we've got accurate fuel figures. We're going to use the VOR 09, and we're going to use the Whiskey Bravo Victor transition into Walvis Bay. So let's execute that, jump back to the perf page, we'll put in a flex of 48, and we shall then go and stick in the rest of our perf information. So top of climb wind we can use here is unfortunately going to be minus 79 knots. The ISA deviation is positive 4, so we'll stick that in and leave that as it is. Reserves for the flight are going to be, I'll just do a quick calculation, 1620. And then we're going to take 227 kilos of taxi fuel. Estimated time of departure. Zulu time is going to be 14:30. Let's execute. Let's go to the VNAV setup. Transition altitude is 8,000. That's correct. I actually have it set to automatically set the transition altitude. I'm pretty sure most aircraft have that feature, so we are just going to go with that. Okay, cool. So let's just review this and make sure all of our everything's set up correctly. Now I've had a bit of an issue with Intercept Waypoints, so I might just end up deleting that out. But let's have a look how that looks on here. So we've got this 1, 2, and then going on an intercept. So we might just have to delete that out, but we'll see how it goes. Let's go next waypoint. Right, okay, yeah, that looks good. There's no discontinuities there, I don't believe. Oh, okay, there is one. So we'll put that there. That's good. Got a vertical profile now. And we're going to just change these on the arrival. So I'm going to change that to 7,000 as a required altitude, not above. And then on this one, I'm going to do 4,000 as a required, and then this one as a 4,000 as a required. Oh, wait, what's happened here? Oh, missed approach, okay. Wait, what? There's like two waypoints here of the same. So let's just clear out what I just put in there. So we'll do that. Hopefully that'll work. And then we want to do that one as 4000. This Intercept Waypoint. Yes, that's on a DME arc, I believe. And then we're going to do this on the 4000 as well. And then execute. That should recalculate. Beautiful. There we go. Okay, great stuff. So that's all sorted. Yeah, we may have to remove this intercept heading, intercept leg here, waypoint. We'll see what it does. Because theoretically it should work, but I've had a bit of limited success with them, so I may just end up having to delete it. Hey Peter, welcome to the chat. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I know nothing about this Barbie jet, so I'll keep my mouth shut. Fair play. I like the name though, Barbie jet. Is that because of all the pink, like really bright pink writing? All right, cool. Great stuff. So pretty much good to go. Let's see how the passengers doing. Passengers are all on board now, so we can close the doors. Hello, menu. All right, let's close the doors, retract the jetway, and yeah, pretty much good to go. I hope you guys can't hear that beeping. That's really loud. Hey, Leon, I missed your stars earlier. Thank you very much for the 99 stars, brother. Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. I don't know how to stop it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking, and on behalf of myself, the first officer, and the cabin crew, I'd just like to give you a warm welcome on board the aircraft. As you may have noticed, we've now closed the doors and expect to be departing in just a few moments. If you could get yourself seated and secured while we get ready for pushback, it'd be most appreciated.
Okay, cool. So let's get the fuel boost pumps on then, and everything else is set. We're pretty much sorted here. Let's turn the APU on. So APU bites, APU shutoff valve open. Oh, APU is starting straight away. I'm not sure why it's done that, but okay, fair enough. I was only going to click it anyway. Let's set the trim to 7.2 there. There we go. 7.2 is set. Let's just jump over to the radio page here and just stick in the flight number here. So that is EXY1701. All right. Great stuff. Cool, cool, cool. All right, there we go. Fans are coming alive now. Hear that bleed air coming through. So let's jump to the electric page. APU is now taking the power. External power is no longer feeding any power. So let's jump overhead. We're just going to unpress that button so the ground crew don't get a shock. Aircraft. Disconnect the ground power. Let's close the cargo door, the passenger door, and remove the wheel chocks. Parking brake is set. So we're pretty much good to go for pushback. There was one thing that I did not do. So we need to go for 8,000 feet for the initial climb. Although I suppose that doesn't really matter. We don't have any center controllers on, so we could probably just set that to our cruise altitude. So we might as well do that. There we go. So set 360 and turn the flight directors on. So flight directors are on now. And yeah, that's pretty much good to go. Let's just do a quick departure briefing because we haven't done that yet. Alright, so we're currently at Johannesburg at the international terminal here. I can't zoom in for some reason. Hello? There we go, okay. So here at the international terminal, and yeah, so we're taking off the 03 left, which is a point. Actually, I can set that heading real quick. Alright, so yeah, we're probably going to push back facing east, or yeah, probably facing east. Then taxi on down, probably Alpha or Foxtrot, I don't know which one. We do have a ground controller, so he will guide us down one of these taxiways and then straight to the runway. It's going to be pretty simple. He'll probably send us down Alpha, I imagine. We'll see. So a bit of a closer view as to where we're parked. We're parked here, Alpha 1. So push back east and then probably down Alpha here, like so. So this way, like that. Well, Echo Alpha, I think, will probably be the full clearance. And then this is our departure route. So we're taking off the 03 left. So we're going to head out this way. Basically, runway track. Follow runway track to DME. Sorry, I'm reading the wrong one. Climb on runway track to DME 5.5. Johannesburg. That's why we tune that in and put the DMA hold on. Turn left to 311 track. Intercept the Johannesburg radial 351 to Vassar, and then as per flight plan. So fairly straightforward. Transition altitude is 8,000. So that's only 3,000 AGL. So yeah, no restrictions to really keep in mind. So it should be pretty straightforward. All right, so let's get moving then. All right, so we've got the APU started up. We've got some fresh air blowing in to the cabin. Let's turn the beacon light on now and get going. Well, no, we'll turn that off because we haven't had our clearance yet. Expressway is 1701, stand Alpha 1, ready for push and start.
Expressway 1701, push and start is approved, face east, QNH still 1025.
Pushback approved, face east, expressway is 1701. Great stuff. Alright, let's get pushed back. Get a tug on the way. Nose wheel steering is definitely not on. Alright, beacon light on. Let's do this. Wait until he connects and then we'll release the old parking brake. There we go. Release the parking brake. And we are on our way. Alright, great stuff. Unfortunately, this is just a default airport at Johannesburg. It's not too bad though. I mean, at least it's got parking lines. Some of them don't even have that. So this is facing east here. So yeah, cool. Let's go ahead and get the right engine started. Now, I haven't done any checklists, but I have been extremely thorough here, so I feel like I haven't missed anything. We'll do an after start checklist once we get going. Yeah, everything was good to go there. Alright, 20% N2. Let's get that first engine to the first thrust lever to the idle position. What's the grey contraption as you just look up in the cockpit? You mean here? This thing? This here is a heads-up guidance display. Oops. I don't really use it too much, to be honest, but it could be good in low visibility. Alright, so that looks like one good engine start. Let's just turn the tug here. Alright, left engine starts. Waiting for 20% N2. Let's get him to pull us forward a little bit. And a little bit to the right. Alright, 20% N2. Alright, that should do it. Parking brake on. Engine starting up nicely. Thrust lever's now in idle. Welcome to the chat, by the way, Brett. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. There we go. Okay, all messages are cleared, so that's looking good. Let's just do a quick check around the cockpit. So everything's looking good here. Let's just check the electric page. So both engines are now feeding both AC buses. That's looking good. DC is powered up. ECS page, both packs are now being fed. Oh no, they're still being fed by the APU, so let's just turn the APU off. There we go, APU is off. Both engines are feeding packs now, that's looking good. Great stuff. Okay. Let's get the reversers on. Flaps to 8. Let's just do that. Nose wheel steering can be armed now. And pretty much good. Probe heat on. We're not going to need anti-ice for sure today. Let's just check the temperature inside the cabin. 19 in the cockpit, 20 in the cabin. Looking pretty good. I'm just going to give us a click up in the cockpit. There we go. Beautiful stuff. Alright. Let's do a quick flight controls check as well whilst we're here. So on the ailerons, full left, full right and neutral, full up, full down and neutral. On the elevator, full left rudder, full right rudder and neutral. Okay. Great stuff. So after start checklist, generators are in auto, electrics are checked, bleed valves are auto, packs are on, APU is off, anti-ice is off, nose wheel steering is armed. We'll do a taxi checklist here as well. Slats and flaps are flaps 8, flight controls are checked, trims are green and checked, 7.2, thrust reversers are armed, flight instruments are checked, and the brake temperature is checked. You should see that's 0 here at the bottom. APU door is closed. I haven't fully turned it off though, I don't think. So let's just do that. Oh no. Why isn't these indications going away? That's weird. There we go. Okay, I'm not sure what was going on there. Okay. Great stuff. Expressways 1701 ready for taxi.
Expressway 1701, can you exit intersection Lima for departure?
Stand by. Oh yeah. Oh, it's a very long runway, isn't it? Holy crap. Although I suppose we are at altitude. Now, I don't have any way to calculate that, but just eyeballing it, I'm pretty sure that is fine. Lima is fine for departure. Expressways 1701.
Expressway 1701, roger, taxi to holding point Lima at Lima runway 03, left via Echo, right on Alpha, left on Lima, hold short runway 03 left.
Let's do holding points Lima for 03 left via Echo Alpha and Lima hold short 03 left, expressways 1701. Okay, great stuff. And again, looking at this worn texture in here, look at these windows, look how messed up they are. Like, look at the view. They're like all UV damaged, and maybe it's a little bit overdone, I don't know, but I don't know, it looks cool. Alright, cool. So let's release that parking brake and get underway. Okay, we're going to need a little bit more thrust to break away than that. We're a bit heavier today than what I usually am. Yeah, very heavy. Holy crap. Alright, let's get the taxi lights on. ATC control sounds Belgian. I thought it had quite a... Yeah, I thought it sounded... yeah, it's pretty decent South African accent, I think. I don't know. I actually don't know what a Belgian person would sound like, so... Alright, so we're going right here on to Alpha. We were just on Echo. Thankfully it has the correct signs here, so Echo going down that way. Using that nose wheel steering keybind that I set up. I don't know if you guys saw my Facebook post, but you can see the rudder's not moving here, but the nose wheel is, which is quite nice. Gotta love it. Alright. Cool, cool, cool. So, let's just change the views here. This Aerosoft have actually included in some drone views now, which is nice. Okay, so before takeoff, let's get the crossfeed to manual. I think we've pretty much done everything else. Transponder can go to number 1. TCAS go to above. And I think we are pretty much good to go. We don't really need the radar. We'll put it on map mode. It doesn't work, as we all know, but just for completeness. And then we'll turn on terrain here. Flight attendants we can advise now.
Cabin crew, seats for takeoff, please.
You know what, I don't actually know where the flight attendant buttons are in here. Wonder how you would do it in the real aircraft. Alright, so Lima is the next intersection. And we can also set the lights and strobes once we enter the runway. So that is the before takeoff checklist more or less complete. So we're going to go with that. In the middle center console. Oh yeah, it's right here, isn't it? Yeah, I don't think they make any noise unfortunately though, but there they are. Great stuff. Nice. Alright, so here's Lima. Let's just break down a little bit. And we're going to hold short as instructed.
Expressway 1701, unfortunately no further ATC is available. Monitor Unicom now 122.8 and have a good flight.
122.8 Expressways 1701. Thank you very much for the great ATC. Goodbye.
No problem, have a good one.
Beautiful. What a great guy. 122.8. Oh, look at that. Just perfectly behind the hold short line. Gotta love it. Great stuff. Alright, let's get the landing lights on then. And the strobe lights as we are now going to clear ourselves for takeoff. Let's go. Ah, you're just behind me about to push. Awesome, dude. I'm in a 747 though. Oh, that sucks. Controller sounds Belgian. Ask him. Oh no, I missed the message. Sorry. Wait. What happened there? Yeah, sorry, I missed your message, Peter, and we'll switch frequencies now. Let's just make sure there isn't actually anyone coming in. Doesn't look like there is. Okay, great stuff. Johannesburg traffic, expressways 1701, lining up 03 left. Johannesburg traffic. Alright, the cabin is secured. So let's do this thing. These splodges on the windscreen are sometimes a little bit distracting. Alright, let's get takeoff mode on. So the flight directors are giving that upward instruction. Break down to a stop. That's not a bad lineup, really, isn't it? Oh, it's perfect. Woo. Oh, no, I'm a little bit wonky. Oh, well. Okay. Alright, let's do this. So, everything is ready, I believe. Okay. Great stuff. So, takeoff. Thrust levers up to 60% on the N1. Well, I've gone a little bit above that. That is stable. Releasing the toe brakes. A little bit forward pressure on the side stick here, and up to toga, which is actually flex. See, we've got the pink indications, so we're doing a flex temperature takeoff. 80 knots, releasing that pressure. And V1 rotates. Pull in through. Oh god. We are heavy. Gear up. Alright, let's get speed mode in. And nav modes. I'm gonna just follow the flight directors. Let's get the autopilot in to climb thrust now. And we are gonna just bring the speed up to 220 knots initially. Let's see what it does on this intercept course here. I'm intrigued to see. But we are accelerating out. Let's go to flaps 1. Let's see what it does. There we go. Beautiful. I've got a Johannesburg scenery pack as well, so hopefully we can see some of the landmarks on the way out. But I think we're going to be skirting around the city centre, unfortunately. We'll see. What is it doing? Where is it going? Okay, let's go VASA direct. Standard altimeter. Flaps 0. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. I don't know why it does that. I've just... on departures, it seems to never work for an intercept leg. But for a intercept leg on an approach, it seems to work fine from what I've noticed, which is very strange. I forgot to start the chrono. Oh well. Right. We're on our way. Mariner, I'll see you very shortly. I think we're about to fly back on ourselves towards the airport. Alright, so we are climbing up now. I've set the time so that hopefully we should be arriving at about sunset time in Walvis Bay, so that should be quite a nice arrival. Alright, so we're through 10,000 feet now. Let's get the landing lights off and the taxi lights off. They're all off up here. We can turn seatbelt signs off now as well, and we're going to start accelerating out to our climb speed of 290 knots. Yeah, I need to look into why it keeps doing that on those intercept courses. Maybe I'm setting it up wrongly, I don't know, but it's a bit weird, whatever it's doing. Looks very smooth. Yeah, it seems to be running pretty smooth at the moment. Very nice. Alright, wave goodbye to Johannesburg down here. I think we can see the red light down there. Just there, you can just make it out. That is, that will be Mariner in the chat, I imagine. Very cool. Look at this, though. Johannesburg looks pretty epic from the sky. Let's have a look. There we go. Very nice. Let's go to further back seat so we can get a better. No, we'll need to go further forward, won't we? Let's go down the aisle here. I always forget there's a cabin back here. Alright, let's jump in these nice extra legroom seats here. Oh yes. Very nice. Oh, is that stadium down there? Oh no, it's not 3D. It's all flat. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm not seeing any of the landmarks that I installed, but never mind. I think that might be one there, I'm not sure. Looks like there's a quarry down there or something. And that's the same stadium, isn't it? Very nice though, nice departure. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Alright, so we're on our way out now, and yeah, I mean, I don't think we're going to get any other ATC. It's getting quite late now in South Africa area. Well, I suppose they're like 2 hours ahead of us. So maybe we will, I don't know. I don't know how hot it is on VATSIM. Send to that heading book. There we go. So we've got a little bit more of a an extended flight today than what we have done in the past. We usually do a lot sort of 1 hour legs, don't we? But today it's going to be a little bit longer than that. About 2 hours expected. We can actually check here. So yeah, destination arrival time is well, that's totally incorrect, isn't it? So I thought they fixed this, to be honest, but maybe not. Yeah, that's definitely still wrong. I think we can check on the performance page though. Not performance, the progress page. I think that's more accurate. There we go, 1 hour 46. It actually says it here. I always forget. I never look at these times here. I'm always looking at miles. But yeah, there we go. So a little bit of a longer flight, but I mean, it should be pretty cool flying over South Africa and into Namibia. We should see some pretty cool stuff. I think some pretty cool views from the sky. Look at this already. Very nice indeed. What's the cruising altitude? The cruise altitude is flight level 360, 36,000 feet. Quite high for a CRJ actually. I think I did look up the. Let's bring it up here actually, just real quick. I actually found this flight plan on using this program here, Flight Plan Visualizer, which basically gives you a load of real-world routes, and yeah, you can actually see sort of where they've flown it in the past, like what flight level. So we are going to be, yeah, okay, so they actually flew at 380, 350 in the CRJ, 380 in fact on the way out. So yeah, 360 I suppose, yeah, I mean, fairly realistic. It's, you don't often fly flights that high in the CRJ, to be fair, but we're not full on passengers, so shouldn't be the end of the world. We should be able to get up there quite nicely, I think. Alright, so we've done our climb. Well, we haven't done our climb checklist, but we'll do it now. So fuel crossflow is back to auto. That was this. Oh, it wasn't back to auto. Okay. Fuel crossflow is back to auto. APU and bleeds are set. Thrust reversers are off. That's these two here. And the CAS is checked and okay. We'll get the no smoking sign there. So let's actually go here and press that button there. So that's then going to expand if anything else shows up. Alright, so we're looking good then. Great stuff. Let's see if we can get some nice views outside. Like these winglet paint on here. Very cool. See if we can see Mariner coming up behind us. I don't just yet. Mariner, if you're watching the stream still, you'll have to let me know how you get on with that intercept leg on the departure route there on the SID. Be interesting to hear if it works okay for you or not. Okay, let's go to our radio page as well. Put these both back to automatic. Okay, perfect. Oh, you know, one thing I actually forgot on the preliminary checks on the originating check. I actually forgot to do the oxygen masks and check the oral warning panel. I knew I forgot something. Better late than never, eh? Thank God they're actually working. We should have enough oxygen as well. 1840 psi, that's looking good. Alright, cool. Half bank mode is now engaged because we are now flying at a Mach number. So Mach 0.80, probably a bit fast here, so let's just click it down to 0.79. Flight directors in this new update for the CRJ are not working that great. It's not too good. Very, very cool. All right. This doesn't work, unfortunately. I wondered if it did. I've only just noticed. Coat rod. No coats. What else we got down here? I've got another oxygen mask, although that's not modeled 3D. That's just a picture. Okay. Interesting choice. Okay. Move on. Can't go in there. Got a torch. And I'm not sure what that is. Oxycrew. I don't know if Peter's in the chat. He might be able to tell us what this is. Is it a life vest? It looks like it is from the pictures, but I might be wrong. We've got a trusty little axe down here, another torch, and a fire hydrant. Okay, let's just go to vertical speed. 1,000 feet per minute for the last 1,000 feet. As we're about to level off. We actually made the climb very quick there. I wasn't expecting that. Okie dokie, let's go to Mach point. I can't remember what we actually cruise at on a Mach number for this. It's very rare I actually go to Mach numbers when I'm flying this. We'll go for Mach 0.8. I think that sounds about right. Gabrielle, welcome to the chat. What happened to the flight deck? This is a retexture pack for the CRJ. Yeah, it's just basically all mucked up and scuffed up, and yeah, I like it. It's pretty cool though. It just looks more, I don't know. I mean, I suppose CRJs, they're not a super new aircraft, are they? So it makes sense for them to be a bit mucked up. But yeah, I don't know if it's slightly overdone. Apparently the guy who did the textures based it on a real CRJ that he's seen pictures of. And it was the same guy who did the textures for the A32NX, all the cockpit textures in there. So, I mean, I trust his ability. CRJs can cruise up to flight level 400. Yeah. Yeah, it sounds about right. I mean, obviously they're usually quite short haulers, aren't they? So generally not going up quite this high. At least based on the flights I've looked at anyway. I mean, some people might. I suppose in the US they actually use them for relatively a little bit longer flights than what they do in Europe, I believe, from what I've seen. So yeah, maybe it's a bit different over there. Like, box could be a PBE smuck hood. Not sure. Okay. I have no idea what a PBE smuck hood is, to be honest. Is that something you would use in the event of a fire, maybe? Mach 0.7476. Actually, that does sound correct. To be honest, you know what I could do? I could just do the smart thing and I could just check on my VNav page. Yeah, so for the climb 0.74, yeah, there we go. Cruise 0.74. Yeah, okay. All right, so we're going a bit quick then. Let's just slow us down a bit. For firefighting in the cockpit, yeah. It sounds like it's got the name of some kind of device that would be used for firefighting. Got you. Cool. Appreciate the insight as always. Mariner's just taken off. Great stuff. Awesome, dude. Try and catch me up, maybe. I'm gonna aim for 0.74. Oh, we're getting a bit of turbulence here, aren't we? Let's just flick on those seatbelts. It's possibly these mountains causing a little bit of turbulence. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know, would turbulence affect you this high up above the mountains? They don't look like particularly big mountains. And we're not even directly above them. Although I suppose that might be even more prone to turbulence, I don't know. Yeah, so Mariner, I'm gonna go 0.74 Mach, so yeah, if you go like a bit quicker, then maybe you'll catch me up. See, I do know something about CRJ, yeah. Yeah, nice. Yeah, CRJ is a really cool aircraft. It's a shame you don't see it more often, to be honest, but I mean, I understand why It's definitely not matching up to a lot of the other modern aircraft you've got. But it is a very cool aircraft. It looks very cool. Like, it just looks like a cool aircraft. Apparently they're in the cabin. Apparently it's dreadfully uncomfy in the cabin though, to be fair. So it's probably one of the many reasons why they don't use them that often anymore. At least in Europe anyway. Probably mountain waves if there's a bit of wind. Yeah, makes sense, yeah. Textures seem great actually. I have always liked worn out aircrafts. Kind of want to get this mod now. Yeah, I mean I recommend it. You can also I mean you can chop and change bits. You don't have to have every single area. So you know, you could remove the texture for like the main panel area like here if you wanted to, or you could remove this darkened sort of glare shield area if you wanted to, and just have this center. I mean, it's up to you. You can change the textures. Also the windows, I think the windows do make it a little bit blurry outside, so on approach it can be a little bit distracting with all these little blobs. Sometimes mistake like these ones in the middle for the runway. But you can also, again, you can remove the bits that you don't like. But it's really cool. Yeah, I think it adds a lot. Like the default one is quite pristine. It's a heap of shit. Yeah, I mean, it looks cool, but in terms of actually flying it and operating it, I can imagine, yeah, it doesn't sit favorably too much. In a simulator, though, we don't have to put up with any of those discomforts, so it makes a great aircraft to sim. Like, I love aircraft where they've tried to sort of simulate the CRT type monitors. I just think it looks very, very cool. Like, I think in this one as well, if you come down, you can actually see like the curve of the display in there, which is extremely well done. Very, very cool. I think you can. I don't know if you can get right up here. Oh yeah, you can. Yeah, you can see the curve in those as well. Very, very. I just think it's a very cool thing to model. What's the speed? We're at Mach 0.74. Well, we're at Mach 0.75, but we're aiming for Mach 0.74. Probably just need to drop the throttles a bit there. Not a cloud in the sky. Love to see it. Right, guys. I am just going to do a bit of troubleshooting real quick, because I don't know if you guys can hear this. You probably can't, but you might be able to hear it in the background when I talk. There's like this beeping sound going on in my room here, and I want to just try and work out how to make it stop without turning my computer off. Oh, I've got the seatbelt signs on. Turn that off. Alright, cool. And then we'll put self-loading cargo up here. We've got 100% satisfaction at the moment. Everything's looking good. Let's just leave that there. Gabrielle says, the only time I flew in real life, it was a CRJ900. No space at all. I adapted well. Probably because I have the weight of a child. Amazing. I mean... nicely done there, but yeah, that seems congruent with what I've heard. I've heard a lot of people say they are quite uncomfy, let's say, in the cabin. I'm glad you got on well with it, though. Right, I'm just trying to find how I can fix this real quick. So just bear with me. Okay, so I have to turn it off in order to get the beeping to stop. But my computer is connected to it. So if I turn it off, then it's just going to turn my computer off, which is really not what I want right now. So that is extremely annoying. I'm gonna have to try turn it off, guys. So, oh, I'm going a bit slow now, so you might catch me here. All right, I wasn't paying attention. There we go. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to turn this beeping device off. Now it's connected to my computer, and it may end up shutting down my computer, which is going to be extremely annoying, but it might happen, so I'm just warning you ahead of time. If that happens, I'll restart the stream, but there's absolutely no way I can continue doing this with this beeping going on, so yeah, bear with me. Hopefully I'll be back in a second.